Hello, girls and boys. Welcome to Storytime Fun. We hope you enjoy it. Today's story is out of the Bible Stories for Children, retold by Jeffrey Horn and Arthur Kavanaugh. And today's story is called Isaac and Rebekah. Isaac grew up to be a strong young man, but before he was married and had a family of his own, Sarah, his mother, died, and Isaac fell into a deep sadness. Abraham worried about his son. It was time for Isaac to get married, but Abraham did not want him to marry the daughter of a Canaanite. And so after much thought, Abraham called his chief servant to him. "I have an important job for you. Promise me that you will do exactly as I say." Abraham said to him, "What is it, master?" The servant asked. "You must go to the land where I was born," said Abraham. "There you must find a wife for my son, who comes from the same family I do, and you must bring her back here to Canaan." "I will, my lord," the servant said. "But what if she will not come back to Canaan with me?" "God will help you," Abraham answered. The servant promised to do everything his master ordered. Then he loaded Abraham's treasure onto 10 camels and set out on his journey to Haran, Abraham's birthplace. When the servant arrived at Haran, he stopped near the well where the women of the town came to fetch water every evening. "Oh God," he said, "help me. The women will come soon to draw water from the well. Let me know the wife you have chosen for Isaac in this way. When I ask a young woman for a drink, let the woman you have chosen answer, 'Drink, and here is water for your camels too.'" Soon a beautiful young woman came to the well. As she bent to fill her bucket, the servant ran up to her. "Please, may I have a drink from your pitcher?" he asked. "Drink," she replied, "and here is water for your camels too." The servant thought that this was probably the wife God had chosen for Isaac, and gave her a gold ring and 2 gold bracelets. "What is your name?" he asked. "My name is Rebekah," she said, "and my father is Bethuel." The servant knew that Bethuel was related to Abraham, and he thanked God for his help in finding a wife for Isaac. "Is there room in your house to stay the night?" he asked. Rebekah smiled. "We have plenty of food and straw for your camels, and a place for you to sleep." At dinner, Abraham's servant explained why he had come to Haran. After he finished his story, he asked whether Rebekah would return to Canaan with him to be Isaac's wife. Then Rebekah's brother and father said, "This is the Lord's work. Take Rebekah and go, and let her be the wife of your master's son." In the morning, the servant came to Laban, Rebekah's brother, and said, "If Rebekah is ready, please send me back to my master." But Laban looked doubtful. "Perhaps she should stay here a little longer," he said. 10 days, maybe, and then she can go." The servant spoke quickly. "This is the Lord's work," he told Laban. "It should be done now. Send me home with Rebekah." Then Laban called Rebekah and asked, "Will you go with this man?" "Yes, I will go," answered Rebekah. With this, Rebekah's family blessed her and sent her on her way. Abraham's servant led the caravan, followed by Rebekah. Now it happened that as the caravan neared Canaan, Isaac was walking in the fields. He could see the caravan approaching, and Rebekah saw him. Seeing the handsome young man, Rebekah asked, "Who is that?" The servant answered that this was Isaac, who would be her husband. So Rebekah covered her face, for in those days a young man did not look at the face of his wife before they were married. Soon Isaac and Rebekah were married, and Isaac took Rebekah to live in the tent that had belonged to his mother. And Isaac loved Rebekah very much and was comforted after his mother's death. That's it for today. See you next time.